Hello, all you beautiful book babes. Today we will be finishing up our bully month. Today we will be reviewing Vengeful God by Trina Lee. The gods were threatening the moment they laid eyes on her, refusing to share their power at Ravencrest University. They did everything they could to break her, and they did, right up until the moment they kill her, or so they thought. Stay tuned to find out more. Hello, all you beautiful book babes. I am sorry for the interruption, but thanks to you all, we were able to obtain another sponsor, and this one I'm really excited about. This episode is brought to you by Dr. Ganja. Now, I know CBD and THCA is a controversial topic, but it's something I really believe in, so much so when I was in college, I wrote a whole paper on the topic and how it is so beneficial versus other medications. I even got my professor to convert on their beliefs on the topic. I used this company way before they reached out about being a sponsor. They have so many different products. They have flower, vapes, topical creams, gummies, spa stuff, and so much more. My favorites are their bath bombs, face wash, and their full spectrum sob relief. With having tendinitis in almost all my joints from playing sports growing up, this really helps with the pain in my joint. My husband loves their flower and vape products. He struggles with anxiety, and this really helps him when he's having an attack. We have never gotten a product and not fallen in love with it. If you want to take advantage of this, all you have to do is go to Dr. Ganja, so it's DrGanja.com, and then at checkout use the promo code SMUT, SMUT, for 5% off your order. This is not just a first time order deal. You can use it whenever you order, which is fantastic. My husband already started using the code. Now, please take advantage of this offer. I think a lot of you will benefit from trying it. And you beautiful book babes, enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye! Hello, all you beautiful book babes. We are finishing our bully month!
Yay!
I need to stop reading so far ahead. I need to stop planning so much, but it's like I want to take my time picking books for our themes.
Me too, because I read so many books. What I do, and I told you about this
We
the other
always
day.
pick the theme after you read it.
Yeah, well, what I do is I get into these moods, and it happens often. I'll go and download a whole bunch of random ass books, and then I play book roulette. And I'm just I don't remember what they're about. I have no idea, and I just pick a book and read.
Do you have the spinning wheel app? Yeah.
Yes. But I don't do that anymore. I just download, I pick some books and just download it, and I'm like, I don't know what they're about. Fuck it, pick one.
That's why I like Kindle Unlimited, because I can only borrow 10 at a time, so I have to pick those 10 before I go trying to scour for new books.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're a miss. I'm just like, I'm not into... Like, I saw an MM book, and it was monsters, so I was like, I don't know how that works. And I haven't read it yet, but it's still on there. But I'm like, should I just get rid of that book?
Just jump into it. Because I did that for one of my books. I was like, it sat there for so long. And I was like, I'm just going to get rid of it. But then I opened it up and I was like, it was actually a really fucking good book.
I've done that before where I've just gotten... Because there was also one where it was like a vampire book. And I read the first couple pages and I was just not into it. And I'm like, and then I uninstalled it to get a different book. And I was like, I should have just kept going.
Yeah.
Because sometimes those first few pages are just not it, sis.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it gets better as you go. Alright.
So what are we reading today?
Vengeful God by Trina Lee. The female main character is Raina, and the main male characters are Gage, Havoc, and Knight. And I have so much.
So this is a bully book in a reverse harem?
Yes.
Is it high school?
College.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the name Gage.
He's a dick. We don't like him.
Oh, damn it.
We don't like him.
Damn it.
So, I have so much to say about this book, and actually all three books. So I'm going to give a warning now. I know we always give out spoilers whenever we do this, but I give out spoilers to books 2 and 3 at the end, because I had so much to say.
I'm doing so good without spoilers. Like, I give you a little detail. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing better about the spoilers, not going too far into the book. I think like 50 to 60% is kind of that I don't give any spoilers, or I hit you right at the climax.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, no, this one it pissed me off so much. I think I went all the way up to like 90% on this book.
Oh my god, how many pages?
It's only 4. Well, it says 5, but the 5 is my ratings. The end of my
Oh
ratings.
yeah, that 4, doesn't matter.
But I had so much to fucking say. So the guys are horrible and they don't get better. I'll let you know this is a dark one. Really fucking dark.
Does it get better in book 2 or 3?
No. The guys are dicks throughout all of it.
I can't read a book where the guy's just a straight up dick. You know this.
I know. And like it pissed me off so much. But it was a good story. I mean, it's dark, but it's good. So they do some fucked up shit to the female main character in all 3 books. And there's no groveling. So, like, they don't get better.
No,
there's no groveling.
This is not my book, man. This is not my book.
You would have closed it after, like, the first few chapters. You'd have been like, no, bye.
Can't do it. Bye. Yeah. Ain't no grovel. Well, no, because groveling can come at the very end. I've had a few bully romances where the groveling's like at almost like 75%.
Oh, shit.
Yes, so I will hold it out if it's a bully romance, because the groveling can come at any point, but the fact that you have told me there is no groveling, I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
I need some form of, like, makeup or, you know.
No, so as the relationship grows, they don't treat her any better.
Then how is it 3 books? It's just them being dicks to her for 3 books?
Basically. It's a really good story, though.
Okay.
So on page 1, and I already talked to you about this because I texted you whenever I read page 1, and I was like, I'm gonna love this female main character. She's a badass bitch. Read this. And like I highlighted some shit on page 1.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
The first sentence, I fell in love with her.
Exactly. Like the first sentence, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna love her. Because it makes you think that she's gonna be a badass bitch, but she's not. Like at all. I'm sorry. She's not. So Raina is a mob boss's daughter, and they own half the city.
Oh my god, I feel like it's a trope within a trope within a trope.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
You got mob, you got bully, you got friggin' reverse harem.
Yep.
It's just trope after trope after trope.
Get everything you need. And Havoc is another mob boss's son. Their family owns the other half of the city. So they have been enemies from birth.
Okay.
It starts off with Raina getting kicked out of a prestigious college. She had already broken one guy's fingers and set another guy on fire. So when another guy was fucking with her after class, she ended up breaking his nose and kicking him in the balls, which gets her kicked out.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. She was happy. She was like, I didn't want to be here anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. But at the new college, Raina meets Clover, who offers to show her around the new campus. While walking around, she sees Gage, who stares her down. Not one to back down, she doesn't drop eye contact. Clover warns her to stay away from him and his friends because they're just super fucked up.
Yeah.
Clover takes Raina to a party later that night, and there's probably going to be another trope in here. So there's multiple groups referenced in here. So Havoc and his crew, so the main male characters of this book are considered the gods. They're mafia. But there's also the saints, who are a secret society. There's the demons, which is like satanic cult shit. The angels are vigilantes, and the sinners are hackers. I'm mentioning them now because they do come into play later on in the books.
Okay, so it's almost like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you have mafia, it's almost like each family is in charge of something. So it's almost, I'm trying to compare it to where I understand. So it's almost like whatever group you're a part of, that's what you're in charge of.
Basically. Yeah. So, yeah, there's multiple groups in this, and the main leads of this are the mafia. So Havoc and his crew show up to the party. Raina is hanging out with some people when he walks up to her and pours his beer over her head.
What a dick.
Yeah, they get into a little argument, and he's like, don't think you could be the mob princess. She said, the school already has one mob princess. I don't need to be another. Basically calling him the mob princess.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah. So she doesn't really do anything to get back at him right then, but when she leaves the party, she slashes 2 of Havoc's car tires.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The next morning, Havoc realizes his tires have been slashed, and he knows it was Raina. He tells Gage to keep an eye out for her. And Gage really doesn't give a shit. He's like, I could care less. But when he walks into class, Rena's there, so he just had to fuck with her. He sat right beside her, and throughout class, just sitting there steady, talking shit to her, getting her pissed off.
Yeah.
Havoc found her after class and basically told her that she owes him, that he owns her now, and he was going to rule the whole city one day, so she better get used to being owned by him.
Oh my god.
To be fair, Raina did mouth off and tried to hit him, so she did try to do something about it.
Oh, well, in her right, though.
Yeah, but it didn't work. He just shoved her face in his dick and walked away. Just like basically, he pushed her down, put her face. Yeah.
I think I would be so, like, befuddled.
Right? Like, the fuck?
I wouldn't know how to react, to be honest. I'm gonna be like,
You pushed me down to rub your jeaned crotch in my face?
what the fuck are we doing here, people? You didn't hurt me, you didn't, like, degrade me, you just straight up just shoved your jean pants in my face. Yeah, I'd be confused. I don't know if I consider that bullying, but I'd be confused.
So later on that night, she's with her friends having fun at a club when the guys show up. Raina leaves the dance floor to go to the bathroom when Knight runs into her, causing her to spill a drink. So Knight did this on purpose. And Knight demands that she apologizes, but she doesn't back down, telling him why would she apologize for something he did. So basically, she's like, no, I'm not going to fucking apologize to you, and Knight's not letting it go.
Okay.
Well, one of the gods' fangirls broke away from them to come and harass Raina. She told Raina that she owes Knight an apology and better do it before she kicks Raina's ass.
Oh no, bitch. Oh no.
Yeah.
Like, a man could take me out. I get that. I understand that. Like, I'm not gonna push too hard with a guy.
Right.
But if a bitch gets in my face,
Right.
that's a whole different ballgame.
Right? That's what, and Raina breaks her nose.
Good.
And tells her next time she tries to impress the guys with a stunt like that, she should think twice about it.
Yeah.
Yep. So far, when I was reading this, like at this point, it seems like Raina could handle herself. Like,
yeah, you would think, but you told me differently.
Yeah.
You gave me some spoilers to your notes.
Yeah.
And it made me very upset.
Yeah. So you would think she could handle herself. She knows how to fight, and when the guys say or do shit, she doesn't back down from them and promises retribution. So, like, anytime she's like, I'm going to pay you back for this, or you're going to regret knowing me, she says it so many times. Also, she's a mobster's daughter. She's done work for her dad. She's killed people.
That's why I don't understand.
That's what pisses me off. She's my main point of contention in this book. She's a mobster's daughter. She doesn't use no resources. I'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah.
I was a mobster granddaughter, and I still can do something.
Yeah, but every time she fights back, it's like petty shit compared to what they do to her, and it's like it does nothing. They're like they brush it off. Like,
is there
they're not afraid of her?
Is there reasoning for her though? Why she doesn't go as hard?
No.
No, I want reasoning, bitch.
Like, I understand. Still, she gives a reason for not running to her daddy, which I get. She's trying to prove herself.
Yeah, that I understand.
But you're in the mob. You should have your own fucking resources.
Where's your
resources
to get them back? Or even just, like, don't give your dad the full details.
Right.
Like, go, hey, I have a problem. I need to handle it. What resources can I use?
Right. Can I borrow 2 men to kidnap someone? Like, something?
Like, can I borrow these 2 guys and give them a job and you don't need to know about it?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. And her dad is so good to her, he wouldn't question it. Like,
oh, well, fuck.
Oh, yeah, her dad's amazing.
I would run to daddy.
That's what I'm saying. So,
she had to have wanted it. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know.
Sorry, this is bothering me now.
It bothered me too. That's what I said. I had so much to say about this shit. So they're going to fuck with her, push her. They are going to try to fuck with her, push her to her breaking point, and when she flips, they're going to be sorry, and that she will eventually show them she's not one to be fucked with. But I was wrong. So like, that was my mindset. She's a mob boss's daughter. You know, she's already promising retribution. So I thought she was going to do something. Yeah.
How disappointing.
Yeah, it was. The guys decide they want to break her. Havoc wants her screaming his name. Gage wants her to fear him. And Knight decides he's gonna play the nice guy just to fuck with her head. So he's like, I'll be nice.
Okay, I'm kind of down for Knight. That's shit I do. That's the thing about me when I hate someone. Billy doesn't understand. He's like, how can you be so nice but so mean at the same time? I
Nice,
don't
nasty.
get it. And I'm like, I don't get it either. I just do it.
Yeah.
I just do it. And it's
And
not
that's
even
my-
fake either. It's just one of those people think it's a fucking joke. And I'm like, I look at them and I'm like,
I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. And people are like, no, you're joking. And I'm like, no! I had one friend who had an abusive husband. I made a snappy ass comment at him and he just laughed. And I looked at him and I was like, I'm being dead serious. He goes, nah. And I was like, what the fuck do I do?
Like, you're not taking me seriously. What the fuck?
I literally looked at him and I was like, I will kill you if you touch her again. How about that? And he's just like, no, you won't. And I'm just like, I don't know if I should be offended.
I would be offended.
Or be appreciative that you underestimate me, sir.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't know how to take it. I was just like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so Knight's gonna play nice. Alright, so they find her, force her to take a ride with them. They take her out to a campsite in the woods to put her to the test, see what she's made of. When they get to the campsite, they tell her to run. She thinks about not running, but she thinks she could lose the guys in the woods, so she takes off.
Oh no, I'd just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm staying in my ground, bitch.
Right? That's what I'm saying, stand your ground. Gage catches her, and she tries to get him with her switchblade, but Gage disarms her really fucking quickly. Like, before she could even hit him, like, she's disarmed. The guys hold her down to the ground while Gage gets on top of her. Of course, she's fighting throughout all this, but there's 3 of them and 1 of her.
Yeah.
Gage puts a tattoo on her thigh. It's a large G to mark her as their property.
Wait. Where did the tattoo gun come from?
It's an electric, it's like a battery-operated tattoo.
Oh, yeah. The pen.
The pen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just started learning about the pen like a year ago, and not many people use it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense now. Okay.
Yep. And, yeah, so he puts a giant
Thought we were going to have another arrow issue.
Like where the fuck the arrows came from?
Yeah. Thought we were going to have an arrow issue here.
Nope. This one's explained.
Okay.
So, Havoc and Gage switch places, and Havoc forces Raina to orgasm with his mouth. Like, she's fighting him the whole time, like, what the fuck are you doing? Whatever, like, get the fuck off me, and he forces her to orgasm.
How do you force that? You can't force it.
Oh, they're pinning her down, and they strip her, and he eats her out when she comes.
But if I don't want it, I'm not going... I don't understand girls that are like, well, I can control it. And I'm like, no, if I don't want to... Like, it's different when I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like she's enjoying
it. A little. Like, she said he was really good with his mouth. Like, she didn't want it, but he was really good with his mouth.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a turn-on for me.
Right? Like, especially if you're
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't orgasm. I'd be like, nope, it ain't happening, buddy.
Yep. Exactly. But when she saw the tattooed G on her thigh after Havoc forced her to orgasm, she was pissed and stormed off, once again claiming they would regret doing this to her. She refuses to get in the car with them and instead starts walking back to the city. However, Knight catches up to her in the car and tells her it's just him and he will bring her home and come back for the guys later. She gives in and gets in the car. Knight tries to be the good guy, telling her that they weren't really going to hurt her, but she tells him to shut up and stop making excuses for the other 2. Like, okay, you weren't really going to hurt her.
Wait, who was this?
Knight.
Yeah, no.
Like, you helped pin her down. You helped while you pinned her down while you branded her.
Yeah, he's not playing nice the right way.
No.
He's not. He's just like, I'm gonna be nice, and like, we didn't mean to. No.
His way of playing nice is not bullying her, but like also not doing anything about the guys. He's like Switzerland.
He's
neutral.
That's not how you play that role, sir.
Right?
Jeez. I can't read this book.
Yeah. So, when they bring her back, she decides to hide out in her dorm for the next 2 days, skipping class to avoid the gods. And this is where I realized she's not as badass as I thought she'd be. Because, like, instead of getting retribution like you just claimed, you're hiding out in your fucking dorm. You should have been planning, plotting, using your resources.
Phone calls.
Exactly. I would have went home to daddy and been like, I need some guns.
I need some shit.
Like, what the fuck? So after 2 days of hiding out, she leaves with Clover to go to a party. She sees one of the saints and decides to use him to make a statement that no one owns her. She starts making out with Trick only for him to be ripped away and Havoc to punch him. She got pissed and threw a drink in Havoc's face, which they let her get away with for now. So, like, they let her walk away after that happened.
Okay.
Later that night, they sneak into her room. Raina threatens that one day they will regret ever looking twice at her.
Please tell me they do eventually.
I read all 3 books and it never happens.
Does everyone go happy-go-lucky at the end?
No. I mean,
then what the
yeah,
fuck?
I mean, I guess they all get married at the end, so.
My brain hurts.
Yeah. They're still assholes to her.
My brain hurts. I don't understand.
Yeah. They didn't do much to her this time, just held her down while Havoc got himself off and jizzed on her, basically. That was it. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I don't want it on me.
Right? Well, compared to what they do later in the book, which is why I went all the way, because what happens at the end is what really, really fucking pissed me off.
Okay, keep going. I just need to exposure therapy.
So the next day in class, Gage fingered Raina under the desk. At first, she was pissed and tried to push him away, but then she relaxed and said, "If you're going to keep giving, then I'm going to keep taking." I mean...
Okay. I like her a little more now.
Yeah. That was my thought, too. I was like, okay, she can deal with it.
I'd be like, sure, why not?
But when class was done, she swiped Gage's keys to his beloved car and took it out for a spin.
Yes! Okay, start to like her again.
She left the car on some train tracks, expecting it to be hit by an oncoming train, but someone saw the car and called Gage before anything bad could happen.
God damn it.
Yep.
She needs to call Daddy.
That's what I'm saying.
She needs to call... Every time she tries, it's just like...
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
And then they come back at her sexually. Because Gage broke into her room again, but this time, she had her knife nearby. When he went for her, she sliced his hand, but that didn't stop him. It turned him on more, and he used his bloody hand to get her off, only for him to stop right before she came. Gage loves when Raina fights him, so he purposely says and does shit to piss her off. So he likes to fight with her. But he's... So Havoc's kink is forced orgasm. Gage, like I said, loves it when she fights, and Night gets off when she cries. Seeing her cry makes him feral.
They're like okay, I've read dark romances, and I can deal with a character like Diesel from Den of Vipers, but they're just dicks.
Oh, they are, and like in book 2, Gage does something really fucking horrible.
That's very pedophile-y.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want to watch you cry, little girl. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Fuck? Oh, yeah. But yeah, Gage does something in book 2 that's really fucked up, and he shows no remorse. Like, it seriously fucks. Like, no. Alright, so Night finds Raina after class one day and tries talking to her, telling her not to antagonize Gage and Havoc. That shit will only escalate if she keeps on. She tells him to fuck off. Like, basically, I get where she's coming from. She didn't start the shit. She's only retaliating to what they've done to her, but then they always hit her back like 10 times harder. She just wants to be left alone, and what she did was because what Havoc started. So I get why she's telling him to fuck off, but they were never going to leave her alone anyway. Like, I don't know where why Knight's saying that. Like, she's not going to sit down and take it, which she does some petty shit, but it's also not a badass female.
It's not good shit.
Yeah.
It's yes, she does it, and she's trying to be badass, but it's just not. It's not cutting it, sister.
No, it's not hitting it. Yeah.
You're just missing your mark. It's like someone who's trying to defend themselves, and you kind of watch, and you're just like, "Oh, baby."
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh,
like, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Bless your heart. But Night is trying to be the calm one and tells her not to push any more on them and invites her to a party at their house, telling her to bring a peace offering like weed or booze. Raina shows up to the party but gets into it with Night. Before she could leave, he convinces her to have one drink with him and the guys. She agrees, and that was a big mistake. Night pours her and all the guys a drink, and a few minutes later, they all start feeling off. Gage spiked their drinks with GHB, and all of them were out of it. Like, they were all high, fucked up. So with them all high on GHB and alcohol, Gage and Havoc decided...
So what is... Hold on. GHB...
It's a date rape drug.
Okay. What does it make you feel?
You're supposed to actually black out from it, which I put in here. It doesn't make sense because when you mix GHB with alcohol, you don't remember shit.
Okay.
But Raina remembers everything the next day. So basically, it's an easy way for guys to rape you. Like, you become...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Gage and Havoc decide to make a statement. Now that they're all high on the GHB, saying that there won't be a better time than now. They call attention to everyone in the room, declaring Raina as theirs. And all three fuck her in front of everyone in the room. That's what really pissed me off. They drugged her. And yeah, I mean, she was willing. She was high. So, like, in it, she was willing. She was all happy, like, yeah, let's do this. She was fucking drugged. She wasn't really consenting. Oh, that pissed me off.
I think
so
you like
bad.
non-consent sometimes.
I do. But not this time. Because if they drugged... If she would have been in a, like, clear mind, I love non-consent.
Like, if you were drunk, you know what you're doing.
Not even then. Like, if you agree to it before and then get drunk and do it or something, I'm okay with that. But, like, if you're fucked up, that's whenever I don't like non-consent.
Okay.
And they drugged her without her knowledge, and then she... Yeah. Yeah, so
this is right.
Yeah, exactly. So they fuck her in front of everyone.
Trigger.
Yep. So she remembers everything the next morning, and she leaves. The next morning, when the guys woke up, Raina was gone. Then all of a sudden, they started getting alerts that Raina's body was found in the school parking lot. She had OD'd and was dead, and everyone knows she was last with them.
So are they concerned for her, or they're freaking out they're going to get caught?
A little of both. Knight and Havoc was flipping out. Both because they felt bad because they had done that to her, but also because they knew her dad would come after them.
Well, deal with it, bitches. Right? You decided to do it.
Gage didn't give a shit.
Oh, okay. I can appreciate him that way.
He didn't give a shit. He was like, she's not dead. And even if she is, who fucking cares?
Yeah. At least he's on par with who he is.
Yeah.
I will give him that. He's still a dick.
Yeah. So obviously she's not dead because there's 3 books. But I stopped there, and these guys are fucked up. Like I said, they don't get any better. And the only one that really does any groveling later on is Havoc. He gets on his knees for Raina. Like, basically telling her, like, she's his goddess or whatever. Not really groveling, just saying, you know, he just gets on his knees for her, basically. Some bullshit.
That's not groveling.
Not really. But they still treat her like shit throughout all 3 books, and she either lets them or her retaliation proves nothing, which is what pissed me off throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
So, alright. Book 2 and Book 3 spoilers coming up. So, in Book 2, Gage does some really fucked up shit that gets Raina taken, hurt, and assaulted by one of the other groups. When she's brought back, what pissed me off, like, I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to make a statement, but whenever she comes back, whenever they rescue her, he shows no guilt. He just brushes it off. Even though it's 100% his fault, he just brushes it off and continues to treat her like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man, what happened doesn't matter. And I was like, I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him.
Sir, I might like your name, but I don't like you.
Right? Yeah. Like, and like I said, they call her their goddess, but treat her like shit. How can you do that? How can you say, oh, you're a goddess? It's not even a
kink or anything. It doesn't sound like it. It's not like... Yeah. It's different if, you know... I've had people have weird kinks. Exes have weird kinks. I had one ex that was into rape, but, you know, I ended things.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's talked about, like, hey, I like to make you cry and feel bad about yourself, like, if you talk about it beforehand, cool.
Right.
We're all Gucci. You know, it's our thing.
Consent.
Well, not even consent, because it's like some things you do want to spur the moment.
Yeah.
Depending on the kink. So I get why sometimes consent is always not it. Like, it's
you could still have consent and then spring it up on them, though.
Yeah, like, I get why not. Like, some people don't want consent because of it takes them out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I get that aspect, but it doesn't even sound like she wants that.
Yeah. I mean, she does love them, so I guess she does.
Yeah. Don't tell me that.
Alright, yeah. So in Book 3...
They don't love her. I'm sorry.
They don't.
I mean, mad.
The way they treat her, I don't feel like they love her, especially Gage. Like, fuck him. But in Book 3, there's some shit happening, and she comes up with a plan to stop it. She goes to one of the other groups, and makes a deal with them. She kills someone for them. They do something for her. Well, when the guys find out, they tell her that her plan is stupid and it's not good enough. Then they force her to another group to group fuck on video in front of them for leverage so that they could get their help. She didn't want to do it. Whatever. They eventually go through with it. Only for that group to help to not be any help at all. And then for them to say, okay, I guess we could do what Raina's plan. She has the best plan. You turned her down, telling her plan is shit.
Please tell you your emotional is 5, because I'm on a 5.
Yeah, my emotional was pretty fucking high.
I was like, this is too much.
Emotional? Yeah, I put 4.5. My emotional was high on that shit.
I'm emotional from your notes.
Right? They don't treat her as an equal throughout any of the books, and that's what pisses me off. Is like, okay, I could get the guys not changing, they're still themselves throughout, but treat her like an equal at least. But again, she never really proved herself. And that's really where it comes from, my pissed offness. If she was more on their level, like, why didn't she kidnap one of the guys, drug him and kidnap him, tie him up, and then whenever he wakes up, have a clamp to his balls or some shit? Like, for the shit they're doing to her shit was petty. She didn't use none of her mob resources, and I'm like, you're not a badass. You're doing nothing. You're like a little gnat that they're playing with. Yeah, just buzzing in their ear. What the fuck? She's the one that really pissed me off throughout all this.
I have less resources than her, and I could think of better ideas.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, God, she's really.
No wonder you wanted to talk about this book so bad.
Yeah.
You were like, we're recording, right? I need to talk about this right now.
I love but hated this book. Like, the real big issue was her. She sucked.
Well, the females always suck. I love a good male character, but it sounds like I wouldn't even like these male characters. It doesn't sound like I would read this.
I actually did like them.
Some people, this is your thing.
Yeah.
I'm not bagging on this author. Like, some people like this sort of thing. This is not my thing.
Yeah, I mean,
the dark shit I'm in is very not this.
No.
There's eventually some kind of happy ending.
Yeah, I've read some pretty dark shit.
Well, no, even my stuff, it'll start off real twisted and dark, like real fucked up. I mean,
but
literally.
The guys, it's always the guy that treats the female main character like a goddess at the end.
Yeah, towards the end.
Respects her. But in the beginning, yeah. No, they never do that.
No, thank you.
Marriage was kind of forced too, so they're happily married, but the end wasn't really
happy. That's why when you were like, they're married, I was like, but you said no happy ending. Yeah. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
You're married. Forced, but married.
Okay.
But yeah, so our Goodreads was 3.93. Overall, I gave it a 3.5 because I wish Raina was more badass mob daughter.
Yeah.
Spice, 3, there's a lot of it, but most of it is forced and fucked up. Like, it's
almost like she wanted to be the damsel in distress, but no one was saving her.
Right?
I don't know how to describe this, because it's just like, oh my god, you're not a badass. So it's almost like you're trying to be the damsel in distress. Someone save me.
Yeah.
But the men that you are with are not going to fucking save you, lady.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, humor was 0 because obviously there was no humor in this shit.
Yeah.
Emotional was 4.5 because these dudes are fucked up. Plot was a 4 because the story was actually really good. Like, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Smut to plot, there's a good amount of smut, but like I said, it's always like them forcing themselves on her. It's never like,
I don't know if I could be into that.
Yeah, it's never like, oh,
getting
her worked up.
I've read things where it's forced, like the person's asleep and they don't know.
I like that. I love that. I love that kink.
So weird. I love you. I didn't know how I felt about it. The first time I read it, I didn't know how I felt about it. I was like, but it's kind of rape in a way.
It kind of is.
It's
she's called somnophilia or something?
Well, it's so odd because it's almost like it's not rape because she is enjoying it in her sleep.
But she doesn't know about it.
So it's like, it's like that nice fine line.
It's still rape.
It's still rape. But it's that fine line.
But I love that kink. That's one of my favorites.
Oh my god. But like I can't read a book with actual rape in it.
Oh, me either.
So like this is, yes, it's rape, but it's that fine line that I feel like, okay,
because she does like it.
She does like it.
Yeah. But to me, the biggest part was the drugged scene. All the other stuff, like I said, whenever he forced her to orgasm, she kind of liked it. Oh, yeah. So, like, that didn't piss me off or anything. It wasn't until I got to where they drugged her that I was like, the fuck? And then they group fucked her. So I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. No, yeah. So that is today's episode. We are done with bullies, and now we are actually doing something interesting that I brought up and pitched to Nicole. When we don't like a book, it seems that we have more to talk about.
Exactly.
And so my thought process was, let's pick a trigger that we can maybe kind of do. I can't do my trigger about dead bodies. I can't do it.
No.
I can't read that.
Oh, come on.
I can't do it.
You're making me do cheating.
I don't like cheating.
Yeah.
It's just not as bad as, someone humping a dead body.
True.
So, I didn't even know that was a trigger until I read a book.
Didn't even know that was a trigger.
Didn't even know that was a trigger or even possible in books, but apparently it is. Y'all people are fucking gross. Not even gonna sugarcoat it.
Probably read it.
The worst part is, it's like a novella prequel to a book you've read, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm like, how did she read the actual main book? I can't do this.
It was a damn good book.
Apparently, because you were even texting me like, this is amazing, and I was like, read the novella.
I didn't read the novella. I didn't see a novella.
It was like a prequel novella kind of thing, and she was part of like a circus thing, and she like killed people, and she loved having sex with the dead bodies. I don't know. I never read the main book, so I can't tell you if it's an actual prequel or something.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. So, we're going to do cheating next month. It's going to be difficult, and we're going to bear through.
Yep, I already did my first cheating book. Like I said, it wasn't that bad. I need some recommendations, though, because like I said, I started off light. My next book, with the light, it wasn't the main character's cheating. It was a side character cheated on the main character. So now I want a second chance. Like, the guy cheats on the girl, and then a couple years later, he gets a second chance with her.
I have a PPC like that.
But it's gonna break my heart, and I'm gonna probably cry.
Oh yeah, it was awful. My PPC, where they were fated mates. Then he didn't want her because she was a rogue. He goes and has sex with someone else, and of course she felt it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The mom and his mom and dad went after him, and I adore them.
I might need this PPC because that sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's not on Amazon?
That was before I got into... I have to find this PPC again, but that was before I got into, like...
Looking for it.
Like, looking for it on Amazon, because then I was like, oh shit, some of these people do make books!
Yeah.
That I can get!
I was like, if it's on Amazon, I'll get it, because that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found I found a good monster series, surprisingly enough, where humans are almost extinct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a different twist.
It's an that's what I keep telling you. I keep finding these monster books that are like, the twists are actually very interesting.
Yeah. Because like I said, you have so much creative freedom with those.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, that's today's episode. Please help Nicole, first off, with comments.
Yep, I need recommendations.
Please help Nicole with comments. And also, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, please make sure you follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I post daily, except for the weekends. I chill out with my chickens on the weekend.
My chickens.
They're my chickens, my babies. And that is today's episode. So you beautiful book babes, have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.